Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad that you are here because today we're going to be talking about the big question. The big question is this: every Canucks fan wants to know, are the Canucks going to rebuild the right way? The right way. Now, the question is, what is the right way? Now, you might have an idea of what the Canucks should look like. Rebuilding wise, I might have one. It might be the same. It might be different. I think there's a whole bunch of things that people are going to be happy about and upset about. It depends on how everything goes. So we're going to sit here and we're going to watch what this is all about and what it entails. And we're going to find out real quick what the plans are, so to speak. In the next couple months, you're going to see the direction of this team. And especially, in my opinion, right before this next season, what this team looks like, you're going to have a good sense of what it is. Management-wise, player-wise, draft-wise, it's going to reveal a ton of information about our beloved Canucks. And so here we are in the middle of the playoffs, and Canucks fans are most Canucks fans are watching. I've just switched all my content, just playoff stuff. There's been nothing to talk about Canucks wise for so long. It's really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating because it just goes on and on and on about a GM search that hasn't gone anywhere. It's so, I understand they're doing their due diligence, and I just find it boring. I know it's very important. Okay. So I don't want to sit here and pretend like it isn't important. But I'm just like, this is boring. Today we're interviewing two different players. This name's come up, and it's like most of these there's no way we're getting that guy. We're not interested in him. Why would we be interviewing? And then of all teams, some teams have just hired their new GM and all that kind of stuff, and just failed, absolutely miserably failed. And so when we talk about rebuilding, we got to rebuild this team the right way. And there's a big difference between a playoff pretender and a cup contender. Okay. That is what I mean. When I say, are the Canucks going to rebuild this thing the right way? It has to be with the Stanley Cup in mind. Now, you know me, I've got the hoodie that says just once before I die, but I'll tell you something right now. And I know this sounds a little greedy, but I'm not interested in doing this once. I want us to win multiple times. And you're like, well, how can you say that? Because you haven't even won one time yet. You haven't even won one time. So why would you be already talking about multiple? Because that's what I'm talking about, is trying to build a team that can contend for years and years and years. And you just got to do it the right way. Now, we understand that part of that comes down to management. Comes down to drafting well, comes down to developing our players well, and it comes down to the players themselves. Okay. People want to blame this fan base or being terrible. Listen, we're complaining because we're terrible. We're the worst in the league, and it wasn't close, and we're sick of this. And so no fan base should be okay with what's happened in Vancouver. None. We traded away our superstar. We've traded away all our grit. And here we are with a shell of a team, and they intentionally tanked, and that's fine. But here we are. So are we going to try to just be a playoff pretender or a cup contender? So today we're going to be diving into three things. And those three things, I just want to make sure I'm saying right. We're talking about the draft lottery, number one, number two, the GM search, and number three, the rebuild expectations. So that's what we're talking about tonight. I'm going to get into your comments just after I ask a couple of these questions. I might just ask some of your questions at this stage. So there's a number of you already watching. Glad you're here. I know I haven't made Canucks content for a while because there hasn't been anything to officially report. Once the Jim Rutherford press conference happened, there's been literally nothing to report other than they're interviewing a different GM. That's all after that content. So I just found it extremely, extremely boring stuff. But the draft lottery, not boring at all. So tomorrow, Tuesday, will the Canucks have draft lottery, luck. And a lot of Canuck fans are already trying to, prepare themselves that we're going to get third. The lowest we can get is third. The highest we can get is first and then second. So I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a couple things that are happening. And one of them is let me just bring this over here. I want to do a live stream, but the problem is they've decided that it's going to be at 4:00. I'm going to be at work. So somehow, some way, I'm trying to get home as fast as I can to go live, but I have a bad feeling. So I'm going to do a video as soon as I can. I'm going to go live. So please be here, ready to go. I know there'll be other people streaming, and I'm not saying you shouldn't go to their channels. What I'm saying is, why did you do it at 4 p.m. Pacific time when a lot of people are at work? That makes no sense. Oh, because the East, guess what? There's hardly any, there's some East teams that are interested and going to be there, but there's Vancouver, there's Calgary, Chicago's out in the Midwest. So not the Midwest, in the Central. So that's fine. But for us, why do we get the bad end of the deal on this? Why don't you start it at 5:00 and be help every fan base? Even 5:00 for a lot of people are going to miss it, but at least you give people I can get home and start a stream by 5. Anyway, that's my pet peeve. It's my pet peeve. Okay, so I'm going to try and go live as far as if I can pull it off and start it early. I will. Okay, I will. But definitely check out my content for my reaction to what happens. And I just want to go official here. Okay, I want to go official and talk about. I believe that the Vancouver Canucks are going to have draft lottery luck, and they're going to land the first or the second pick. You heard it here first. I know that I'm just trying to be optimistic, and I'm trying to prepare myself for this, but I just have this. I don't even have a feeling, to be honest with you. I'll straight up with you. I don't think. I'm just going to tell you. I think that's what's going to happen. It's not something, no hunch, no nothing. It's going to be our time. It's going to be our time. Now, I do want to show you a video that the Canucks showed. They're trying to promote and get our fan base excited. And I want you to see this video because it talks about we've never won the first overall pick before. And I really hope we win the first overall pick. Okay, so I'm going to add this.
Jump to 25.5%. And look, Vancouver has never picked first overall. Highest we've ever gone is second. Dale Talon, Trevor Linden, Daniel Sedin, Peter Nedved. But that first overall, that's uncharted territory. So, May 5th, 4 p.m.
Okay, so as you saw there, we've never got the first overall pick. Okay, and this is our year. This is our year. Now, it would be great if we could, but the second round picks, Dale Talon, Trevor Linden, Daniel Sedin, and who was the other one that said? That one is really interesting. Peter Nedved, Talon, Daniel Sedin, Trevor Linden. Yeah, those four. Those are some good players. Those are some good players that we've landed. So even if we get second, I'm still happy because it's probably meaning Stenberg for us. Now, if we go Caleb Maholtra at 2, not going to be happy about that. Being real with you, being honest, May 5th, 4 p.m., we're going to be doing that. So will the Canucks have draft lottery luck? If you come first or second, you win the draft lottery. Either way. Now, we obviously want first, okay? We want first. Okay, everyone? Now, the question about it is who's going to be our next general manager? This is the thing that we keep talking about and hearing about, and it's like we don't have one in place at all. And the draft lottery is in 2 days, so why don't we have anyone? And they're not going with anyone. Guess what they're doing instead? They're going to have the Twins show up. The Twins are coming in to be our representatives. Listen to me. This is, and some of you are mad about this. I'm not. It doesn't matter. We don't need it. We don't need a president of hockey operations there. We don't even need anyone of the Canucks organization other than whoever they deem. They're just sitting in our place going, we're going to go pick this. And I don't know if they're putting them there to say, hey, they're the Canucks luck kind of guys. We need some luck that day. But I'm okay with the Twins sitting in and that we don't have a general manager in place. We need a general manager in place for the draft. That's it. We don't need one for this week. So that doesn't bother me at all. Speaking of people that are supposed to be being interviewed, it sounds like they're down to 5 names. And there's been a bunch that just got kind of axed, but there's like you've heard names like Ryan Johnson, Shane Doan, Evan Gold, Patrick Burke, Jamie Langenbrunner, Kevin Adams, Jeff Tambellini, Bill Scott, Brad Pascal, Brett Pedersen. Now the Brett Pedersen one, absolutely, just wipe them off. You can't have Elias Pettersson, Marcus Pettersson, Elias Pettersson, and then Brett Peterson. Okay, you just can't. We're already the laughing stock of the league. You can't. Okay, so here we are. Who's going to be our next general manager? Now, crazy news: the Toronto Maple Leafs went and selected their guy, who has a horrific resume. Leaf fans are melting down that this is your search, that this is who you're going to go with. Getting Matt Sundin into the building and being part of the management team, good. But signing this guy, it is insane. And if the Canucks do something stupid like this, we're going to be losing our minds. And I'd go, you're the worst fan base. No, we're not the worst. You got to produce guys. They're making millions of dollars. This is just insane to think that this is okay. This is insane. So who gets in there? I have no idea. I don't know who the top 5 are. I don't know if there's other names in there that are floating around that I don't know about. But the question is, who's going to be our next general manager? And we're about to find out. Okay, third thing I want to talk about real quick. There's 43 comments. Should probably diving in. Number 3, rebuild expectations. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Canucks draft, who the Canucks get as their next general manager, to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be in the 2 to 3 year rebuild plan, which is not much of a rebuild at all? Is it a 5 to 7 year plan, or is it 10 plus years? Think about it for a second, okay? We're talking 10 plus years can happen. This is when people say to me, RevTrev, we just need to rebuild. Got to fire everyone and rebuild everyone. Listen to me. Talk to the Detroit Red Wing fans. Talk to the Buffalo fans. Detroit, they've missed the playoffs for a decade. Buffalo for 14 years. It can happen. Bad draft picks, mismanagement of draft picks, and you're still struggling, right? Then you get the teams like Anaheim. What did it take them? 8 years, 7 years to rebuild? But there's a lot of teams right now. The Mammoth, they were Arizona. They were out of the playoffs for years and years. There's a whole bunch of new teams in the playoffs, and it took them years. The only team that I've seen is the Montreal Canadiens that did this fast. They did a 3-year rebuild. They hit on the draft picks. They signed the right players. They had a lot of the key guys developing. That's great. What is your realistic expectation? I think most people will be comfortable with a 5 to 7 year. But look how many people are getting rid of their season tickets now, and it's only been part of a season. You know what I mean? I mean, you can say, well, it's been 2 years. That's fair. It's fair. But we just started rebuilding now. And it's like once Quinn Hughes, now Jim Rutherford's going to tell you that they started rebuilding when JT Miller left. I don't agree with that. The way they signed Demko, Garland, Besser, they weren't trying to rebuild. They were trying to keep Quinn Hughes there. Adam Foote, that's what they were trying to do. I think the Canucks would love to have a 2 to 3 year rebuild, but I think they need to put in the 5 to 7 year range. And can you handle it as a fan? If you know that's the direction they're going in? I'm going to be in there. I believe I will be. But yeah, it's a lot of content to make. And if we just keep seeing it, I don't blame season ticket holders for not getting their season tickets back. That doesn't bother me at all. It's a lot of money. And they just increased their ticket prices 2 years in a row. And the product on the ice got worse and worse. So I just don't, I'm not sitting here thinking Man, I can't believe these season ticket holders. Listen, all these people that are criticizing season ticket holders for you're not a true fan. Like, listen, like I think about Canuck Clay, one of my buddies, right? He had season tickets for 15 years. 15 years. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of resources. That's a lot of effort. Okay. And what did they give him? Oh, some of the experiences this year's been bad. And you're like, we're going to increase it. Listen, anyone that's criticizing a guy like Clay or anyone else who's maybe doesn't have the same platform, you have probably never had season tickets and you're criticizing them for not being a real fan. Give your head a shake, guys. That it's not your money. It's so easy to sit back and just criticize guys. No, I'm not criticizing Clay. I think that's a great idea. If you want to take that money and put it somewhere else, you're saying, I want to see what this team looks like. You can always get season tickets with the Canucks. You can wait and get them later. Why would you? It's going up. It's going up. And I know some of those guys, they buy extra tickets, try to sell them. You can't sell these tickets, guys. They're going in the hole. They're going in the hole. You can't make money on these tickets. So it is what it is. Yeah, so that's my little rant. I'm hoping for the 5 to 7 year range. If we go 10 plus, it's going to be hard to be it's already hard to be a Canucks fan. It's going to be really hard to be a Canucks fan. If they do a 2 to 3 year one, then it's going to be brutal. Okay. So let's get back into this big question. Are the Canucks going to rebuild the right way? I want to dive into more of your content or your questions. So post them in the comment section, whether you're here live, you can do it right now, or you can do it later when you're watching this later. By the way, if you're on YouTube, there's two ones. There's a vertical one and a horizontal one. And I use the vertical one for all the shorts that I'm going to be making. I'm going to splice them all up. But if you're on YouTube just watching it normally, go to the other one, and that would be great. Okay, let's get into promo, and I'm going to get into your comments. There's 58 comments. We'll probably go through most of them. Very first comment is from Rob, Coach Rob Willie. Hi, Coach Rob. Good to see you. Cadet Dalton is here, and he says, may the force be with you. Absolutely. I'm going to see The Mandalorian coming up. I can't wait. Come on. I'm going to go see The Mandalorian. I can't wait to watch it. It's a full-length movie. So may the fourth be with you. The force be with you for tomorrow, May 4th. Right, Grogu? Okay. So we're going to get into that. I just have way too much fun with this. Okay, we're going to keep him down here. He's just going to be talking. You're going to be able to hear him every once in a while, okay? So, David's in the building. Good to see you. Cowboy Marshall. Hey, man. Okay. Grogu's still talking. Jaden is saying, hey, Rev, how's it going? Haven't watched in a while. Been busy. Oh, really? You have? I've watched you in Montreal, but back in Vancouver now. First time for everything. Exactly. It's good to have you back, man. Is he live? Oh, I just see the start screen. Oh, I'm live. Hi, Streak 2.0. I don't know what that is. Hey, Swervin' Irvin, good to see ya. Hope you're doing well, man. Doing well. Prick Fetty, I don't trust Jim Rutherford to hire the right replacement, especially since Aqua will have a lot to say in the matter too. Okay, Grogu, I understand you're excited, okay? No, Trev, we didn't intentionally tank, not last summer at least. Well, that's not what we're talking about, my friend. Jim Rutherford intentionally said in his press conference that we did intentionally tank. Once we traded away Quinn Hughes, that we intentionally tanked and tried to get last place. And boy, did we do a good job of that. Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. Murray is, hi, RevTrev. Hey, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Ventura says they'll all be hosers. Okay. Yes, it's 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's stupid. But because the draw is held in New York and New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. in Toronto. Yep. I understand. I get it. Doesn't mean there. Quinn Hughes, you mean Conn Smythe Hughes? Oh man, he looks good in the playoffs. By the way, congratulations to Montreal Canadiens for advancing. Oilers getting doused and destroyed by the Ducks was insane. So it's going to be after practice, so you'll be able to see the draft lottery. That's awesome. Yeah, we always get the short end of the stick for sure. Hey, Murray, good to see you. Great to see you all the way from New Zealand. That's awesome, man. Yeah, rarely things are going to go away, but I hope so too, man. I hope that we get a top 2 pick. Angelo says draft is rigged. And I'm not doing an open house tonight. Nope. Maybe another time. You sent an email to Headspace. Yeah, they're great guys. They're doing great work, by the way. If you guys haven't followed their channel yet, please do. Headspace, check it out. They do awesome work. Nedved was in 1990. Absolutely. So Angelo says it's going to be Blues, Rangers, Canucks. Swervin, yep, we passed on Yager. We were needing a center, and that's why we went to get Nedved. Nedved wasn't a bad choice. It's just that it really looks bad because it was Jaromir Jagr. And so, like, I'm 98% sure that Drysdale. What? Why am I having a problem? Leon Draisaitl. That's it. He was 3rd overall. So there was 2 teams that didn't pick him either, right? So I get it. We passed on Yager. It hurts. I wish we got him, but he was a winger. Derek says it can't be any worse than what the Leafs did hiring. Yes, this was terrible. I don't see Malhotra in the top 3. I do if Vancouver gets 3rd. Prickvetti says, I may be wrong, but I think the center role is the biggest hole on the roster. I don't think it is. I mean, I guess because EP40, because he's been such a fail the last 2.5 years, you're probably right. But if you pair him up with, for example, McKenna or Stenberg, I think he's going to be turning his career around. I don't know if we're ever going to get back to 100 point though, but got to fill the hole for sure. We'll see. We got huge needs on winger too. So Roy says, what's more important, a good coach, GM, and president, or a number 1 pick? Well, can always find a good coach. I would just love the 1st overall pick because we've never had it. But your GM can tank your team for years to come. So, you guys aren't ready yet for open mics? Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a interesting play, right? Clay's got a great following. He does that well. I love how he does that, but so weekdays work for you, okay? But I highly recommend joining Clay's open mics. Yeah, on Mondays he does a great job. Chris says I would draft Michaela, but just not just because he is a center, which Canucks need, but how much he has improved the most in the. Yeah, he's gone up the boards big time. Rob wants 3 to 6 years. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Angelo says no cup in my lifetime. Oh, Coach Rob, by the way, I'm with you as long as we rebuild the right way. How long did it take the Oilers to rebuild after striking gold McDavid? That's a great question, Roy. Please look it up and let me know. Prickferty says Winnipeg Jets rebuilt. when the Thrashers came. Mark Scheifele is 33, 34 now. He was the first pick, soon to be retired. Not that soon. Rebuilds aren't quick. I know. They're just not. There's not. Coach Rob says, I've been waiting 56 years all my life. Perkvetti's cheering for the Habs. Chris says, but if we get first overall, Gavin McKenna is the best choice and get us Canucks fans excited. Absolutely. I'm not in the best of moods because of most of those poutine munchers. I don't know what that even means. I know what poutine is, but munchers. Angelo, 5 years, 2030, 1970. If we get there, if we win, it'll be 60 years. Okay, I'm okay with that. 2 more days, everyone. Absolutely, man. I'm sorry. I guess I should structure my life around your mood. Yeah, right. Hype. That's right. It's only in 2 days. I sure hope they rebuild the right way, but it's hard to believe if they will or not. Yeah, it's the Canucks owned by Aquilini. I know a lot of people are frustrated by that. Yeah, it's May the 4th, and well, when you posted this at 10:20 p.m., when now it is 10:28, so I'm only 8 minutes behind. It's pretty cool. It's going to be there. Shannon is in the building. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. And settle down now is I prefer 4 to 7 personally. Yeah, I just prefer that we do it. Awesome games tonight. Yeah, Peter, there were some great games. That Colorado Avalanche, Minnesota Wild with 15 goals. Insane. That was awesome. I forgot to send the video. Canuckland. Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me to benefit BC Children's Hospital Foundation. That's right. There's a lot going on in my world. I feel so bad missing that. So love that Colorado won tonight. May the 4th be with you. Thank you. And to you, C-Maps in the building. Florida missed out on Draisaitl, but ultimately ends up with Ekblad, Reinhart, and Bennett. So jokes on Edmonton. But they didn't draft Bennett. They got him. And then Kachuk. Can't forget. If you're going to talk about trades too, can't forget about Kachuk. Shannon is in here. We need a new coach. I agree. But I'm okay to let it until next year. I like the way you do it, Trev. Bring the comments on the screen and responding. Open mic, not necessary. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. I think the most important thing is a good scouting department. You need to find some gems later in the draft. Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. By the way, my little pet peeve, and part of it is that we drive this, but why in the world we're so consumed with the first pick, okay? The first pick we get, but we get a second pick in the first round with Minnesota. Then we have we got a couple in second round. I'm really interested in the end of the first round and the second round pick. Guys, if you look at the game yesterday, Flyers versus Carolina Hurricanes, okay? Hurricanes shut out the Flyers. But you look at that draft or that game, you got Stan Coven, who was a young pick, and I don't think was he a first rounder? I can't remember. I guess I should bring that up. So I said, but Blake was a 4th round pick, and he's scoring in the NHL playoffs. Everyone, he's a 4th round pick. Yeah, let's just see. Logan Stan Coven was a 2nd round pick, 47th overall in the 2021 entry draft. He was drafted. Dallas drafted him. And he was, he was on the Kamloops Blazers. See, everyone's just talking about the first overall pick, and it's going to be our first pick. But those other picks are very, very important. Excuse me. You don't want to be on the open mic? That's cool. Go Habs and go Minnesota Wild. I agree. I was rooting against the Habs because I want the Ducks to bring the cup home to Canada. Okay, that's fine. Swervin Irvin gifted a 1 Canucks membership. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Who got it, everyone? Did he give 2? Looks like he gave 2. Thank you. What a blessing. What a blessing. Okay. Irvin Hype. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Who got it? That's what I want to know. Congrats, Connie. Connie, well, welcome. Glad you're here. No roids, just rage. Hopefully, Canucks draft Verhoeff so my Blackhawks can get Stenberg or McKenna. That's a fair desire, right? Yeah, it's good. It's great to have Shannon back for sure. I was surprised that Tampa Bay lost, but especially with Montreal only shooting that many shots, it was crazy. Who are you cheering for? Acknowledging Mini first will be better if they lose. Yeah, it's better if Minnesota loses and gets knocked out. I picked Colorado to beat Minnesota here, but I'm cheering for Minnesota because I just don't. It is what it is. I'd rather. Well, no. As a Vancouver fan, I would have liked Dallas to beat Minnesota, but I just like Minnesota. I like watching them. I like watching Quinn Hughes play. What has he got? Like Quinn's got 8 assists or something crazy like that already in this playoffs. Crazy. You got your own gift? That's awesome. I didn't think that was even possible. Didn't even think that was possible. It was destiny, man. So Dalton, I think Carolina's going to win. I'm cheering for the Flyers for sure. Okay, so Hanga says, I hope some of the other picks turn into NHL players, but the top picks is the best chance. Yeah, Stan Coven is very good. Rod is always talking, was always saying we need to get him, right? So that was cool. That was cool. Stan Coven was drafted after Klimovich. Oh, that hurts. That hurts, man. Chicago has Canucks second rounder this year, if I believe. I don't think so. No, you're not new. He was just excited that you're back, Shannon, that you're feeling better. Tampa Bay needs a better goalie. What? Vasilevsky is awesome. He's top 3 for sure. I disagree with that. Sensei Dean, Stenberg or McKenna, I think we're okay. It's pick 3 that I'm worried about. I agree with you. I think we're going to get 1 or 2. So we need a better everything. Yeah, we do. We are in desperate need. So, all right, everyone. So it's just interesting to see. Are the Canucks going to build the right way? Are we going to finally do this the right way? Let's see. It would be very good. Swervin Rern, I'm with you. Vasilevsky is as good as it gets. He's as good as it gets. Okay. I really hope the Minnesota Wild take out Colorado. That'd be awesome. Prick Fetty says, listen, he had a shutout in game 6. I don't know what else yeah, I guess you're upset because he only had, they had 9 shots on goal and they lost. So that is, I'm a huge fan of Vasilevsky, but the Oilers had 4 first-round overall picks from 2010 to 2015, accumulating with McDavid in 2015. It's so hard to tell right now without the GM and coach and knowing who the top 3 pick is. That's embarrassing. Are you talking about the Oilers? Probably. Shannon says 2 to 4 years for a rebuild for the Canucks. I mean, that would be amazing, but I think it's going to be longer than that. Will be easier to judge in a few months. 100%. Yeah, are they going to build the right way? We're going to find out. I've got 2 to 5 for the Canucks rebuild. I have no faith that they will rebuild the right way. I can see them getting first draft McKenna, and then the rebuild is over. Getting first, draft McKenna. And what? And the rebuild's over? Oh, because they're going to try to make the playoffs. Who do I want for GM and president? The guys I want, I don't think are available. You know what I mean? So I would love Luongo to be or Linden to be our president. That's who I'd want. That's who I'd want. But GM, like there's a lot of those names I'm just like, I'm just not a fan. I need more. I like the idea of Shane Doan, but I think it's gonna, if it just ends up being Ryan Johnson, we could have had this done a long time ago. Could have been done a long time ago. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to stay open-minded, whoever we get. We'll see. Hey, Rev, do you want McKenna right? 100%. It'd be so nice to get some Canadians. Yes, but I'm not stuck that it has to be Canadian only. In fact, there's a whole bunch of international players that I want to see at later on in the draft that I definitely like. Stenberg, I'd be very happy with Stenberg at 2. I would prefer McKenna at 1. That's what I would prefer. So, but we should get some more Canadians for sure, but we don't have to do that. 2 goals and 9 shots. That's embarrassing. I hear what you're saying. Think we'll have the first pick. I think we're going to get first or second. That's what I think. Losing to a team with less than 10 shots all game is embarrassing. I agree. Can't be. He's not a GOAT. He's not the greatest of all time. But he's already won 2 cups. So we can't take that away. Of the guys who were interviewed, I mean, I wonder if Jeff Tambellini would be a good one for us. Probably Ryan Johnson. I don't know about Kevin Adams. I'm not a fan, but maybe he'd be good. Evan Gold, I keep hearing good things about him. Agree, but I feel like they'll pick someone. I don't know. They probably will. What are you talking about, draft? Or are you talking GM? How about Witt and Jordan for co-GMs? They would do a better job than what we've had. I'm telling you that right now. Love those guys. Hey, Trev. Hey, good to see you, Bernsey. It's good to see you. You wanting Duncan Dalton for manager of the hockey operations? I love that. I promise the Canucks a better season, and I'm a kid. There you go, man. There you go. So, okay, everyone, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you so much for being here. Like a lot. That it's in 2 days. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it. And I'm with Swervin. I'd love some Tambellini in my life. Just tell us why Tampa Bay was successful, please. Tell Tampa Bay was awesome. They've been awesome for a long time. By the way, since it seems that the Swedin twins are repping as a draft, yeah, they're trying to get luck. Yeah, right. Chris says, I hear rumors that Canucks want to sign McKenna. Yeah, I like him a lot. Oh, yeah, we have the Canucks second rounder in 2027. The Blackhawks have picks 34, 37, and 45 this year. Okay, cool. I don't mind if we get Stenberg. I'll be very happy if we get Stenberg. Okay, let's call it a day. Everyone. I thank you so much for being here, for being part of the channel. 2 more sleeps, and we're there. Have a great night. Believe in blue. We've embraced the tank. We have had a successful tank. We're embracing the rebuild, and we're always going to cheer this team on. Go.